give you a little view. Pan around, you'll see we've got Wang, her partner, we've got Ian and Russ over here. We've all ended up coming to the same location and setting up for sunrise. So we're on the GFX 50R and we've got the Blazar Mantis 35mm anamorphic on. I'm at 50 ISO, I think we're about f16 and 6.5 seconds. Just check, yeah, f16. I'm having to alter the exposure because otherwise the sky's getting blown out. So I'm going to shoot about 3/4 under to try and retain the colour in the sky, and hopefully the camera sensor will be good enough to lift these shadows with the heather, which are practically black on the screen. Checking the histogram there and it looks just about okay. So this lens doesn't cover the full sensor on the GFX. So there is, at the sides here, you can just see some sort of very slight vignetting in the corners, half vignetting in the corners, but we'll crop that out. I'm going to get a shot before we lose colour in the sky. One of the fun things you can do with this particular lens is I can mount it at 90 degrees from how it's meant to be mounted, he says confidently. Could get it on the slots, and we'll shoot in portrait orientation. So what we now have is, because I've mounted the anamorphic at 90 degrees from normal, from landscape into shooting in portrait, instead of stretching the image along the long length, so we end up with a panorama, I'm stretching it across the narrow width of the portrait, and we're getting more of a square framing. Unfortunately, the DJI memory card has now just decided to fill up, so I'm going to have to bring you footage of that. We've got mist now appearing in the valley as well, which is nice. So the gang's down here. So we're with Russ Hawker from 617. He's brought a friend along called Ian, one in the shorts, brave man. And then just as we were setting up, there's three of us setting up, taking images of the valley and the sunrise and the heather. Hang and her partner arrived, and we've bumped into Hang quite a few times in the New Forest. She does a lot of photography here, very good photographer, worth checking out her pages, socials. We've just got the mist coming, but unfortunately we've lost the colour now. This is the first time I've been to this location, and I'm just trying to use it as a bit of a scout. I guess on the far hillsides, anything that's slightly purple is the heather, or what looks like brown at the moment. Right, we've got the mist sweeping in now in the valley. Might switch to a longer lens. Yeah, I think we're going to go for, put the 100 on. Got to work quick. Ooh, that's nice. Got the tripod just behind me. I've set it up quite high, but I'm trying to get as much of the heather in with having a high shot coming down. And we're shooting down into the valley because the mist's coming up now. The group that I was with is just down there, so I might get some shots with them in it as well. I've switched to the GF110mm lens, stopped down to I think f16 just to get the depth of field. I want the heather in the foreground and I want the distance in the valley and the mist in the valley sharp. Oh, let's get a shot. Again, I'm underexposing by about a stop. Let's go portrait and we'll do a pano. Looks like the others are kind of moving. I think we're going to do another one of these, but I'm going to be stopped down a fair bit. Yeah, I'm going to shoot that again, but I'm going to underexpose it, I think by 2 stops. Yeah, just checking the histogram out, and I'm very underexposing this one for the sky. Hopefully I can pull it up in post. What I'm doing is I'm picking up spots on the horizon that are about 1/3 of the frame, and that's what I'm rotating the camera to. I've just been shooting panos, so I'm doing stitch panos in portrait orientation. This is with the GF110 lens, and you're picking up trees on the horizon and just trying to guide or guess about 1/3 of a frame as I'm rotating and taking the shots. I'm doing another one here. I'm also underexposing quite a lot. That's probably the brightest spot here, and I'm looking at the histogram very carefully and trying to keep detail in the sky. You see it just blows out just over here. Very, very difficult to get the lighting right on this one. It's almost black. So again, picking up on the trees on the horizon, moving about 1/3 of a frame around, so I've got plenty of overlap. Yeah, when I get back on the computer, I'll use a program called Auto Color. Not sure, there might be a deer over there. Might have to get the long lens out in a bit, have a look. Yeah, sun's coming up now, it's blowing it out. Let's see if I can see what that is over there. I am right, there's a deer over there. Right, let's get the long lens out. I think we'll go for the 2x converter. Oh gosh, we're going to be panicking now. So look at that, it's fantastic, isn't it? Sun's rising to my back to the right, and he's just basking in the sunlight, early morning sunlight. Picked up on something, I don't know what, amongst the heather. Oh, it's fantastic, look at that. I think you can hear the others talking. Keeps looking over that way, and now he's looking at me because I'm talking.